Hi, this is Josh with Wisconsin Lighting Lab, and I'm here to show you the steps on replacing a knockdown light pole. So what happens is you show up to your business and you notice that the light pole is knocked down. So what you need to do is section off the area with cones or tape, block it off so that people don't start touching the pole. It could be electrified, and there's going to be broken glass, sharp metal. So you want to block off the area. That would be the first thing. Another thing to consider is, how did the pole fail? Was it hit by a vehicle? Was it harmonic vibrations? Something else that was done to the pole that caused it to fail? And those are other things that can go in depth later, but it can be, if it's not just a simple knockdown by a vehicle, then sometimes you want to have an engineer inspect certain things to determine, because if you have other poles at that location, they could be susceptible to the same issues. So a good initial visual check of other poles on the premises should be done at that time as well. If it's a car struck the pole and knocked it down, then you can move on to the other inspections of the footing and the bolts to see what you can reuse. Then you want to make sure that the power is off to the pole. After that, you're going to want to measure the pole, inspect the footing, make sure everything can be reused, and then go online and order a new pole. I'll go into further details with the preliminary steps, and then once that's taken care of and you have the pole on order, then you'll want to work with a contractor to install the pole, and we'll go through those steps later on. Okay, now that the pole and the electricity is turned off, the site is secure, now we can take some of our measurements, figure out what we need to do to order, what information we need to order the correct pole. First thing, you want to visually inspect your anchor bolts. Make sure that they're not bent or broken, and that the footing is still intact. Everything looks good here to be reused. So we want to find out either the bolt square or the bolt circle and the bolt size. Sometimes it's hard to measure the bolt circle, which is the diagonal measurement. If that's the case, then you would measure the bolt square, so it's be the side-to-side measurement, and then you can use a simple formula of divide by 0.707 to find the bolt circle. And that is the measurement you're going to need to make sure your new light pole will fit on the existing anchor bolts. For a more in-depth video on how to measure existing anchor bolts, see the link above. One other piece of information that you'll want to figure out is how your new light fixture is going to mount. Usually there's two different ways. There's the direct arm mount, where it mounts directly to the side of the pole, and the other one would be with a tenon. On this particular pole, we have both types of applications, so I can show you each one. This particular one is the direct mount, where we will have it drilled singly on the side of the pole, so the fixture will bolt up and it will stay stationary. Otherwise, there's a tenon mount design, where this fixture sits on with a slip fitter, and it fits over a reduced pipe section. And if you're going to use this style mount, you'll want to confirm that your fixture and the pole tenon is going to work with each other. If you order both the fixture and the pole from Wisconsin Lighting Lab, we will make sure that they fit together. Now that we've inspected the footing, make sure that it's adequate for new installation and the anchor bolts can be reused. We've measured the anchor bolts, we've measured the pole, we've figured out our fixture mounting. Now you're ready to go to Wisconsin Lighting Lab and order your pole. This is Josh with Wisconsin Lighting Lab, back on location where we're replacing a knockdown light pole. As you can see, the new pole is installed, and if you follow the video, you'll see the steps that we take as we replace the pole. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this informational, and if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our tech specialists, and stay tuned for additional videos.